What is going on, fellow Wastelanders? Shock Radio here. I'm going to try to be quick with this video as I am going to be streaming clan battles on Twitch for the Twitch drops, twitch.tv/shock radio. Catch me live there to get your Twitch drops today, Sunday, as well as Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, the developers have thrown massive curveballs with this update release. The video I released yesterday saying that hovers were basically dead, non-existent. Well, the devs kind of did a 180. Wasn't a full 180, but check out what they had to say. So originally the hovers were going to have an increased inertia when turning, the speed was reduced with the Icarus 7s. In yesterday's video, I mentioned they completely took out the handbrake on the test server with hovers. That is not the case. The handbrake is still able to be used. And then they also said relative to the test server, the inertia of Icarus 7 has been significantly reduced and has been brought closer to the version that was on the game server before the update. The inertia was also somewhat reduced for the Icarus 4s. That means that the live update is actually better than what it was on the test server. So they didn't nerf hovers quite as much as they had originally planned to. Now also with the Gyarados legs, let's check out what they had to say about that. A lot of people were very concerned about the grip that the Gyarados might have, that dogs might be taking over in that sense. So relative to the test server, the grip has been increased, but is still significantly lower than on the game server before the update. So that is another thing that they kind of went back on in the test server. So Gyarados and hovers, they did a bit of a 180. I have to mention this because I actually overlooked this part of the update when I was covering it before, but the changes in controls of tracks, rolling base movement parts, and augers, when they said rolling base movement parts, to be honest with you, I interpreted that as the only Omni wheels or Atom wheels, augers, tracks. I did not consider the possibilities or the fact that they were improving Bigfoot wheels, Hermit wheels, Buggy wheels. So all of these added benefits, better suspension, better handling, reduced friction parameters. Basically, wheels feel way better than they did before the update. And I didn't actually test out regular wheels in the test server, but wheels actually just feel magnificent. So definitely give like Bigfoot's a try now, or the Sabbath, any kind of wheels, Hermit wheels, they just feel really good. Now, something I noticed today in clan battles, they changed a lot of maps around. Now, they say that they adapted and added the following locations for battle with armored aircraft to the rotation. A lot of these maps apply to clan battles, and I noticed that they were just better for clan battles, especially Leviathan clan battles. Sandy Gulf, for example, if you play on Sandy Gulf now, the mountains and the hills are kind of bigger and more bulky. For Leviathan clan battles, hovers are not able to just sit in the middle of the map anymore behind little rocks and shoot over top of things at levies. They have to be a little bit more strategic about where they're sat. Before punny hovers would absolutely dominate Sandy Gulf just by simply hiding behind all the little tiny rocks. Well, that is no longer the case. I didn't play Bridge too much today to notice that. Old Town seemed fairly similar, to be honest with you, but I played it a bunch, but I didn't notice significant differences in Old Town. Control 17 Station, if that's the map I'm thinking of, they made a lot of good changes to that. They made like the cargo containers bigger and more bulky in the middle of the map, so hovers the same thing with the Sandy Gulf. They can't just sit behind cargo containers taking chips at your levy without facing any consequences. I didn't play much of Ashen Ring or the other maps, but they made these maps, they just look a lot better. All the maps I played on today looked better, they felt better, really, really nice. What else did they do? Environmental objects on the Clean Island map have been improved, which will correct the number of cases where an armored vehicle can cling to surfaces while moving or colliding. Actually, that makes sense. I played that map a lot today in levies, and it did feel better. Yeah, I think they made a lot of really nice changes to the maps. All in all, this update has been very, very nice so far, I must say. I'm very pleasantly surprised with how they put together this update. All in all, guys, they left everything else the same. They did a lot of 180s on hovers and Gyarados, things like that, but everything else is pretty much the same as the original patch notes. Yeah, what do you guys think about this update? Hovers aren't as dead as I thought. Gyarados are actually not as dead as people thought. I mean, overall, I'm actually really excited for this update. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. A special thanks to our Wasteland supporters for supporting the channel and the work we do here. Much love to you guys. Follow me on Twitch for your drops this week, and I will see you guys out in the Wasteland.